My name is Steve Crandall. Together with a crew of outcasts, artists, welders, and weirdos, we've been on the road and making bikes for over 20 years. With FBM coming of age, we're taking a road trip back to our roots. We're throwing a birthday party to celebrate 21 years of fire, beer, and mayhem. Joining the festivities and jumping in the bus are FBM's most professional rider, Kenny Horton.
Whoa!
Needing no introduction, Eric Holiday. Street urchin, Latine Coghill. Local artist, Mabry Jones. And the ever controversial BMX photographer, Keith Terra. Adding to the confusion, we threw in unknown skate legend Travis Pulley, aka One-Eyed Wonder, and Captain Positivity, Josh Squires. We're road tripping back to the future, in search of the American dream, whatever else we find along the way. Welcome to the trip. First day of the trip, we just loaded up the bus and hit the highway and headed up north. Holiday was like, I think I know where there's these full pipes. So we just pulled off the highway and like a block off the exit, we were just crazy circle cement tubes underneath the interstate. It was pretty badass.
It was super cool. It felt like an adventure, like hiking through the woods a little bit and climbing down the rocks and stuff.
It was like the whole scene there was like pretty magical. It was just like this, I don't even know how to describe it, just big cement tubes and shadows of awesomeness, tunnel of fucking shred. I guess like I knew going into this trip, like celebrating 21 years of FBM was like obviously a big deal for me and all the guys, and I wanted to take like a little trip, just travel and like just relive some of those years, you know, like go for it. And it's just what we do. We travel, we ride bikes, we loiter, raise hell, have fun, and I wouldn't want to live any other way, you know. I wouldn't want to wake up every single day with like a regular person routine and like go to work, come home, rest so I can do the same thing day in, day out, you know. Like I spent my whole life riding bikes and throwing events and traveling, and this is just the FBM way of life, you know. Every day is a challenge, every day is an adventure, and like to live any other way would just be boring and monotonous and stupid.
We woke up at Van's house.
Spent the night there, and then on the way out he gave us a gift for the road. Everyone knows that you need a good stuffed unicorn with wheels for a solid road trip, and Van hooked us up.
We went to Philly and we parked in a really ratty neighborhood. Spot right there.
Our plans got changed up a little bit, but we ended up at a little skate park underneath a bridge. It was a mellow but real fun session.
Squires killed everything as usual.
Holiday was doing some real badass wall rides and foot plants on the wall, and Squires was ripping it up, skating over the hip. Just a real good mellow time, you know, just meeting up with some friends there and hanging out. I figured it would be awesome to just invite some new people and get some new blood on the road. Travis is just this dude with one eye that I met right before the trip. I don't even hardly know him, you know. He's like, just drinks soda and smokes cigarettes, and he's got one eye and he rips it at skateboarding.
is a wild dude.
It was fucked up.
Whoa!
This dude pulled his fucking eye out.
Holy shit!
Like, that's insane.
An anomaly of life, dude, Travis. It's amazing. And Swires is just like the most positive dude ever.
Filled with good energy, you know, he's just always stoked, always down to party, like just having a blast and like good positive reinforcement in every situation where we're in.
Loitering in front of the skate park for like 3 hours was way funner than the hour we skated inside the park. Way more fun.
Everyone has to laugh like Pee Wee Herman.
Really hard to see through.
Yeah, we rolled up. There's like 8 of us in the bus, 2 skateboarders, you know, a bunch of BMXers, and a perfectly good skate park. Then we rode it for probably 20 minutes.
Bethlehem did not know what was getting ready to happen to it that day.
The unicorn is just going down the hill, and
We tried to do doubles, and that horse is not up to the task.
Dude, this is for real. The headless horse.
just up to no good and just like antics all day long in the street.
Where's the camera, Steve?
Swires is ollieing a broken unicorn bike with an Ernest mask on. And the Domino's guy pulled up and got all excited about it.
The pizza guy pulls up. And the guy was like so stoked to run over the unicorn head, which made me stoked. I was like, yes, dude.
The scene out in the street was just so hilarious, you know, like, you know, Latin A Holiday are riding over like this guardrail that they'd smashed over in this pole jam, and pizza guy just keeps coming back for more. He was just so stoked, man. I think his name was Albert. And other people started roasting their cars too. It was like it was contagious. Like the loitering became this contagious scene.
Holy shit.
Some of the best times have been loitering
Of course.
on this trip.
It's just hanging out with friends.
Just the type of stuff that happens on the bus.
Bus just attracts weirdos, you know. It's like the bus is pretty obvious. It's a big black school bus, and you know everyone in it is kooked. It's like a magnet for just weird behavior, and like it's got a weird energy, and like it brings out the weirdos for sure. Yeah, we woke up pretty much on a mountainside in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, like up on a hill. And we started throwing knives and hatchets at the tree and hanging out and getting ready for a cool day to go to the woods. Pennsylvania's always been known for its world-class sets of trails. The guys in PA have always been hardworking and like real good at their trade, which is building awesome jumps in the woods. And you know, we were lucky enough that they shared it with us, and it was like an awesome time to just be in the woods and ride bikes and be with your friends.
The trails were definitely not a high point for me.
You took a 3-hour nap.
How the fuck have you been sleeping for 3 days?
For the most part, like the mosquitoes were killing me, man.
I loved it. If I BMX, that's what I'll do, just trails.
You make your own reality there, you know, and it's like you're totally separate from the rest of the world, and in this totally man-made microcosm of society, there's just dudes in the woods. It's badass. I look like a pretty girl when I'm in the air, like a ballerina princess. I'm like, yo, I get fucking psyched.
Crandall, is this all you right here?
This is us, baby.
All day.
There is no me in this
gotta
fucking
see this.
game. Dude, I'm making fucking dinner and listening to Black Sabbath at like some of the best trails in the world, and I'm not bummed. For me, like, that's my favorite kind of bike riding, is just being in the woods. It's like, you know, you're just going fast and you're jumping your bike, and that's like, for me, that's like where it started. Like, that's where it all comes from. It's like, you know, little kid, just, you learn how to go fast on your bike and you just hit a jump and you're just stoked. You're just Evel Knievel. Big grin, like just smiling all day long.
The trails are filled with legends that day, and it was like, I was geeking out a little bit. I had to. It was awesome.
For me, the highlight of the trip was definitely going to the waterfalls.
You know, a few days into it, everyone's just kind of like stinky and gross, and luckily we went to this waterfall.
And jumping off, naked off the waterfall, seeing girls in bikinis, you know, and seeing all my friends have a good time. Plus I hadn't showered, so we were dirty. I don't think I'd showered like really like a week before.
Road trip shower, numero uno, it was badass. Up here we're gonna go around the bend and go to this old Great Gatsby kind of empty swimming pool that we probably started riding when we were like 14 years old, so like 25 years ago. We're gonna see if it's still there. It's just an awesome old like nostalgic spot for me to go to and like bring other people to that they've seen in magazines and videos over the years.
It's a classic FBM spot. They've been riding it since they were kids.
The worms have been having a session in this pool. Rained a lot the night before, so it was a little bit wet in there, so we were cleaning it out, and it was like a total, it was just like worms. Like the ground would just come alive with like these little wiggly fucking worms. It was like, it's kind of gross.
We weren't able to ride it.
Kenny rode it a little bit.
Oh yeah, Kenny rode it.
Just eats shit right to the bottom of the bowl, lands in like just muck and weird wiggly worms. I look over at one point, Swires is up in the woods and he's got a saw and he's cutting this grapevine. And, you know, him and Latine get this little run going. Yeah, like when we were kids, you get a good session and then you get the hill bomb back into town, and it's like, that's tradition. You haul ass down that hill through traffic, through the university, like the road's terrible, there's potholes everywhere, and you're just like, ah. It's that moment at the end of the day when you and your friends are just like, had just had a great time, and like everything that you want to do is there, and you're with the people that you want to be with, and you're doing what you want to be doing, and you're just like stoked. I'm almost 40 years old, fat, old, riding this kid's bike around in circles. We're in Ithaca, New York right now, and this is where FBM started in 1993. So, since the bike company turns 21 this weekend, we wanted to come back here and celebrate some of our spots that we grew up riding. This is the Ithaca skate park. I still think I'm 21 years old. It's weird. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 21 years since we were teenage little shitheads riding around this town. But now we're grown-up shitheads riding around this town. 1, 2, 3, go. Sure. Let's do a big train. I am big, fat kid. Fucking Charlie Brown shirt on, jumping the hip, spinning in circles. Skaters never pull anything. It's a real modest skate park, but you know, grew up riding there. Everyone was having a good time. It was perfect weather. It was awesome.
Well, we went out in Road Street, which was cool, just to get out before the chaos. It was really fun just to pedal around on our own for a little bit.
What you do, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, right?
You never forget it.
And well, Kenny rode the setup. He started on the roof and rode up it, and he did a bar spin, and he came down, and there's like a hip in the roof. Jumped that too, landed in like a bunch of crap gravel, and like 10 feet away, there's just another setup. Holiday just jumped up there.
I can't pass that up. You know what I mean? Like, why? It's calling my fucking name. Fucking nuts. I have my ball sack.
I get excited just to watch that kind of cool shit go down, man. Their process and how awesome it is. It's sick.
Aw, thanks.
Thanks, little guy. He's a little tear.
Like, as a business, I'd like to think we're pretty steadfast in our ethics. You know, the landscape in BMX has changed a lot over the years, and you know, we've been in and out of style like probably 3 times, and I don't know where we fit in nowadays. You know, like, we're not mainstream, we're not popular, we're not pretty, we're not cool, but we're still here. You know, and a lot of people have come and gone over the years, and they've reinvented themselves, and more power to them. But you know, we're not chasing fads. We just make good bikes, and we just lucked into a group of friends that have like created a solid network where we're allowed to just do what we do. You know, we haven't changed, and it wasn't because we were stubborn or bad at business. It's just we just do what we do.
I mean, it's cuddling with it's different. Like, if you cuddle with a blow-up doll, it's almost, it's like the real thing. You just put a bra on it and you cup the boobies. It's kind of sexy. Especially if you know the girl whose bra it's on them, the blow-up doll. It's kind of kinky. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to, you know, have sex with it. Who would do that shit? Come on. Cuddling and having sex is 2 different things.
The day before the big birthday celebration, Ralph Sinisi was coming up to take everyone on a big street ride. So that pretty much it was like a day of loitering outside FBM, and you know, eventually someone set up a board on top of a brick.
In classic FBM style, it started out with a piece of plywood on a tire and a cinder block. Crandall decided to jump over a bunch of kids.
Then eventually there was 5 people, and I launched over them Evel Knievel style. Like, that's giving myself a lot of credit by saying Evel Knievel. I want all of you little shits to go out, fucking ride these streets and have the best time ever, man.
It was like in a good way, chaos after that. Yeah, the cops followed us around a little bit. They weren't too psyched on us being in the street.
It's hard to describe what the spirit of FBM is, because it means something different for every person that's a part of it. And like, the big thing about FBM is that it's not about me, it's not about the bikes or the warehouse, or it's about everyone participating.
It's time to leave your
it was real cool for me, like on a personal level, to see like a whole bunch of my life just kind of come together. You know, like this road trip just kind of like is like a symbol of like my life's efforts with FBM, and it's like the road trip went to this event, like all my friends are there, like my past is there, my future is there, like everything's there in this one weird parking lot in upstate New York, and it's like, fuck yeah, dude, like this is badass.
Happy birthday to everybody that showed up so far today. We need all kinds of shit filled out. Insurance papers, EBT card verification, as well as a drug test. If you are not on drugs, you will be disqualified immediately.
Every time FBM does an event, it just makes people want to go like ape shit, you know?
Can I get a hell yeah for these guys?
Just get as weird as possible, like volunteering to eat raw hot dogs and drink 40s as quickly as possible. Like that's like exciting. That's like something they look forward to.
Pretty disgusting, but it's what FBM does.
What do you guys think about FBM?
It's awesome. They're all real cool dudes, and it's fun to hang out with them and fun to ride with them. It's just cool to be a part of it.
Just like the way they ride is cool, and how they hang out with people, and just they're so cool. You just don't really care what they do.
The spirit is just loose, dude. Just do what you want. Be yourself. You don't care about anyone else.
Happy birthday to all of you bicycle enthusiasts!
You come out here and something like this, and it's just a huge inspiration. It's a drive, you know, to continue on doing what you love.
You know, FBM's been around for 21 years. There's been a lot of different generations. You know, a lot of things change with FBM, but the spirit's always stayed the same, and BMX at its purest. So it's really cool to see everyone come together and celebrate it, because I don't think they're just celebrating FBM. I think they're celebrating BMX.
I got a new respect for Lat Day when I saw him eating shit on that handrail. I was like, damn, dude. Those were like 10 hard fucking slams. What shut him down was he hit his head. I was just thinking, man, dude, I didn't realize Lat Day was such a beast, dude.
It's a birthday fiasco.
No matter where it's at, they do it every year. Crandall finds an excuse to celebrate and party. That's, you know, it's what it is. It's a BMX party.
What would you say the spirit of FBM is? Do you think there is like a
Spirit of FBM. I think tag's the spirit of FBM.
You know, when FBM started, it was, you know, me, McGilla, and Mike Tag, the three of us just riding bikes around Ithaca, and then, you know, just three friends, and we started doing stuff, and that's what FBM, like, kind of, that was like the catalyst for what FBM became, you know, it's just us three, and if Tag was still with us, he'd be laughing at all the shit that was going down this week, man. Like, he was the one that did it the hardest out of all of us, you know, traveled the hardest, rode the hardest, like, most adventures, like, he was like the most tough, brave, like, just gnarly dude, and his time had come to pass, and we all miss him, but I think this trip would have made him proud, like, he'd have been sitting there snickering in the back of the bus laughing at all the dumb shit we were doing. He'd have been stoked, man. Love you, bud.
Big job, setting down the reigning champion,
leadless stokage. No shirt, no worries. I'm on a circle and a half to moonwalk by Eric Holiday away from the former Soviet Union. We've got Pulley, the pirate. Oh shit!
Fucking love jumping cars.
Yeah, Jack. Let's put it together for FBM rider Danny Lightning Bolt. One of the few female contestants ripping it up out here today. Woo! Tabletop.
It makes me real proud to be able to share, you know, the movement that we've been a part of this whole time, you know, just like the DIY lifestyle and like just genuine, honest BMX living. And it's real gratifying to see like younger generations pick up on it and build their own scenes, and it's just cool because it's it's positive. It's like it's good stuff. It's not just partying and raising hell. It's like, you know, it's like people like there for each other, and it's like it's real life friendships and like hard work and like seeing projects through and like making good things happen and sharing that with people. And to me, like that's like a big deal. You know, it's badass when people have like the courage and the strength of character to go against the grain and do what they want to do and live their dreams. And if FBM helps get them stoked to do that, then, you know, we're doing something right.